Hello children, hope you are doing well. Today we are going to see a new lesson. Before entering into the lesson, let me ask you one question. Have you heard about Moovendars? Right? We heard Moovendars in our first chapter. Who are Moovendars? Yes, Cheras, Cholas and Pandyas. These are the Moovendars 3. Now we are going to see about a new lesson named South Indian Kingdoms. After Moovendars, the Pallava kingdom was established. We will see. Before entering the lesson, I will give you a short gist what we are going to see in this lesson. In this lesson, we know the southern Indian states that emerged after the fall of Mauryan Empire to acquire information of ruling dynasties such as Pallavas, Chalukyas and Rashtrakutas, their domains. To understand their contributions to the society and culture with reference to literature, art and architecture. To become familiar with the artistic and architectural splendor of Mamallapuram Shore Temple, Ellora monuments and Elephant Cave temples. These are the things we are going to see in this lesson in briefly. Shall we start? Okay, we will move on to introduction about the topic South Indian kingdoms. By the earlier 7th century, synchronizing the Harsha's reign in the north, the far south had come under the control of the Pallava kings of Kanchipuram. Pallava sovereignty included the domains of Cholas and the Pandyas. The latter were emerging as the ruling dynasty. The respective river valley region, much of the central and eastern Deccan was under the Chalukyas of Badami, Vatapi, who were then pushed away by the Rashtrakutas. The medieval period in India was marked by the emergence of regional centers of power, Mauryas or Guptas, who exercised control over the greater part of Indians in this period. Its table column given in the South Indian kingdoms. By the early 7th century, synchronizing with the Harsha's reign in the north, the far south had come under the control of the Pallava kings of Kanchipuram. Pallava sovereignty included the domains of Cholas and the Pandyas. The latter were emerging in the leading dynasties in the respective river valley regions. Much of the central and eastern Deccan was under the Chalukyas of Badami Vadapi, who were then pushed away by the Rashtrakutas. The medieval period made in India was marked by the emergence of regional centers of power. There was no single imperial power like Mauryas or Guptas who exercised control over the greater part of India in this period. Next, we are going to see about the Pallavas. The Pallava kings ruled around the prosperous agrarian settlement and the important trade centers of Kanchipuram on the southeast coast of India. Kanchipuram was well known for two Chinese and Roman merchants. From the flourishing trade center of Kanchipuram, the later Pallavas extended their sovereignty over the Tamil-speaking regions during 7th and 8th century. The central part of the kingdom, however, was Tandaimandalam, a large political region comprising northern parts of Tamil Nadu and the adjoining Andhra districts. Next, we are going to see about the sources which gives more information about South Indian kingdoms. The inscription, Mandagapattu cave, whole inscription of Pulakesi II. I will spell the word whole now. A-I-H-O-L-E, a whole of Pulakesi II, and a whole inscription of Pulakesi II. Copper plates, Kasakudi plates, literature we are going to see now. Mata Vilasa Prahasana, Avanti Sundrakata, Kelingapattu Parani, Periya Puranam, Nandi Kalamakam. These are the literature written during this period of Pallavas. Foreign notices, the same foreign notices. Accounts of Chinese traveler Huan Sang, which we saw in previous lessons also. Now we are going to say about, now I am telling about the trade details of Pallavas. Pandyas, Arabian Sea, Bay of Bengal, Indian Ocean, Pallavas, Lakshadweep Islands and Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Vellore, Mamanapuram, Baichapur, Masulipatnam, Nagpur, Ujjain, Madurai, Kovari, Krishna, Godavari, Namada, Kanchi, These are the Pallava regions who ruled. These are the regions ruled by Pallavas. Pallava. Next, we are going to see about the Pallava genealogy, prominent kings. There were early Pallava rulers who were hereditaries of Satavahanas. Simhavishnu, son of Simhavarman II, around 550 AD CE, created a strong Pallava kingdom after destroying the Kalabras. He defeated many kingdoms of south including the Cholas and the Pandyas. His able son was Mahendravarman I. He was succeeded by his Narasimhavarman I. The other prominent Pallava rulers were Narasimhavarman II and Rajasimha and Nandavarma II. The last Pallava ruler was Parajita. Parajita spelling is Parajita. Parajita. Now, Mahendravarman 600. Mahendravarman 600 to 630. What's the time period of Mahendravarman children? 600 to 630 AD. Contributed to the greatness of Pallava kingdom. Mahendravarman I was the follower of Jainism in the early part of his rule. He embraced Saivism by the Saivite saint Tirunavukarasar. He was a great patron of art architecture. He is known for introducing a new style to Dravidian architecture, which is referred to as Mahendra style. Mahendravarman also wrote plays, including C.C. Matavilasa Prahasana, The Delight of the Drunkards in Sanskrit, which denigrates Buddhism. Mahendravarman's reign involved constant battles with the western Chalukya kingdom of Badami under Pulakesi II. Pulakesi seems to have defeated Mahendravarman in one of the battles and taken over a large part of his territory, Vengi, and the north. His son Narasimhavarman, 668, avenged the defeated by the capturing Vatapi, the capital of Chalukyas. He set Vatapi on fire, killing Pulakesi in the process. Narasimhavarman's army general was Paranjoti, popularly known as Saurithondar, one of the 63 Myanmars. Paranjoti left the Pallava army during invasions of Vatapi. After the victory, he had a change of heart and devoted himself to Lord Shiva. Next, we are going to say about Periya Puranam. Narasimhavarman II, also known as Rajasimha, was a great military strategist. He exchanged ambassador with China. His reign was comparatively free from any political disturbance. Therefore, he could concentrate on temples building activities. During his reign, the famous Kailasanatha temple at Kanchipuram was built. Next, we are going to see about the name of the king and the title given by him and the title given by the people. First, the king is Simhavishnu. Avani Simha was the title given by Simhavishnu. Mahendravarma I. Sangana Jati, Sankir Najati. Sankana Jati, Matavilasa, 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 Gunabara, Gunabara, Chitrakurapalai, Chitrakurapula, sorry, Chitrakurapuli, Puli, Chitrakurapuli, Vichitra, Vichitra, Chita, Chitta. These are the names given by Mahendravarman I. Next, we are going to say about Narasimhavarman I, Mamalan, Vatapi, Kondan. These are the unique names given by whom? Tell me, children. Narasimhavarman I. Next, we are going to see about Pallava's contribution to architecture. Pallava genealogy prominent kings. There were early Pallava rulers who were feudatories of Satavahanas. Simhavishnu, son of Simhavarma II, around 550 he created a strong Pallava kingdom after destroying the Kalabras. He defeated many kings in the south, including the Cholas and the Pandyas. His able son was Mahendravarman I. He was succeeded by his son Narasimhavarman. The other prominent Pallava rulers were Narasimhavarman II, Rajasimha, and Nandivarman II. The last Pallava ruler was Parachita. We saw, right? I just recap it. We already know Mahendravarma 600 to 630 contributed to the greatness of the Pallava kingdom. Mahendravarman was the follower of whom? Jainism. We know that. He embraced Saivism. We know. He was the great patron of who? He was a great patron of which art and architecture. He also introducing a new style, Dravidian architecture, which is referred to as Mahendra style. Mahendravarma also wrote many places, including. Tell me, children, what was the name of the place written by Mahendravarma? Yes, I think are you all guess the answer? I will tell you. At the end of the video, I will tell you what are the. I think you all guess the answer. Pallava's contribution to architecture. Pallava genealogy prominence king. There were early Pallava rulers who were feudatories of Satavahanas. Simhavishnu, son of Simhavarma II, around 550 AD CE, created a strong Pallava kingdom after destroying the Kalabras. He defeated many kingdoms of south, including the Cholas and the Pandyas. His able son was Mahendravarman I. He was succeeded by his son Narasimhavarman I. The other prominent Pallava rulers, Narasimhavarman II and Rajasimha Nandidharma II. The last Pallava ruler was Parajita. Mahendravarman's trail involves constant battle with the western Chalukya kingdom of Badami and the Pulakesi too. Pulakesi seems to have defeated Mahendravarman in one of the battles and taken over a large part of his territory, Vengi in the north. His son Narasimhavarman 630-668 avenged the defeated of capturing Vatapi, the capital of Chalukyas. He set Valapi on fire, killing Pulakesi in the process. Narasimhavarman army general was Paranjoti, popularly known as Siratondar, one of the 63 Nayanmars. Paranjoti led the Pallavas army during the invasions of Vatapi. After the victory, he had changed heart and devoted himself to Lord Shiva. Periyapuranam. Narasimhavarman II. The year of Narasimhavarman was given 695-722. Also known as Rajasimha, was a great military strategist. He exchanged ambassador of China. His reign was comparatively free from any political disturbance. Therefore, he could concentrate on temple building activities. During his reign, the famous Kailasanatha temple at Kanchipuram was built. Next, I am going to tell about the name of the king and title was adopted. We already saw in our previous sessions. I will recap the names again. Simhavishnu, Avani Simha, Mahendravarman I, Sankanajati, Mata Vilasa, Gunapati, Vichitra, we also already see. Narasimhavarman I, Mamalan, Vatapi, Konded. Pallava's contribution to architecture, now we are going to see. Pallava period is known for architectural splendors. The Shah temple and the various other temples carved from granite monoliths and the Varaha caves, 7th century, and Mamallapuram are illustrious examples of Pallava architecture. In 1994, Mamallapuram was added to the list of UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Pallava period is known for architectural splendor, we already know. Next, we are going to about the style of Pallava's unique style is known as Nandivarma style. What's the name of the style, children? Nandivarma style. The last stage of the Pallava architecture is also represented the structural temples built by the later Pallavas. The best example of Vaikundha Perumal temple at Kanchipuram, the image of Vaikundha Perumal temple was given in the book. Next, we are going to see about the society and culture of South Indian kingdoms. The Pallavas supported Jainism, Buddhism, and Vedic faith. They were great patrons of music, painting, and literature. Some of the Pallava kings patronized the Yanvas. These exponents of Bhakti cult preached the new form of Vaishnavism and Saivism. Among the Saivites, Apat and Mani Kavasaka. Among the Vaishnavites, Namalvar and Dil. The Bhakti movement aimed at preaching a popular faith in which prayers in Tamil were preferred to those in Sanskrit. Women were encouraged to participate in the religious congregation. The Tamil devotional cult was competitive with Buddhism and Jainism. Therefore, the latter suffered a gradual decline of most parts of the Tamil country. Next, education and literature during Pallavas. Gatika, Gatika. Gatika Monastery, all center of learning at Kanchai, was popularly during the Pallava times, and it attracted students from all parts of India and abroad. Vaksya, who wrote Naya Bhashya and as a teacher of Kanchai, Gatika. I will spell out. Naya Bhashya, Nyayaya, Naya, Bhashya,Was, Naya Bhashyas. Gratika. Gratika is given in bracket Gatika. Have you understood the spelling? Can you repeat the spelling? Okay, you will repeat it in your mind so that it will remember for a long time. The treatise on Daksha Chitra paintings was the treaty on Chitram, Chitram, Chitram of South India was compiled. The treatise on Dakshin Chitra paintings of South India was compiled during the reign of Mahadra Varman I. The great Sanskrit scholar Dandin, D-A-N-D-I-N, Dandin, adorned in the court of Narasimha Varman I, Dandin composed of Dashakumara Charita. Dashakumara, D-A-S-A, sorry, I will spell it again, D-A-S-H-A-K-U-M-A-R-A, Charita, C-H-A-R-I-T-A. Dashakumara Charita. Bharavi, B-H-A-R-A-V-I, Bharavi. Bharavi, the great Sanskrit scholar, lived in the time of Simhavishnu. Bharavi wrote Kiratacharya. Kiratacharya. K-I-R-A-T-A-R-J-U-N-I-Y-A. Kiratacharya, an epic. Kiratacharya is an epic. An epic in verses. Tamil literature also flourished during the Pallava rule. The Varam composed by Nayanmars and Nilayadi Vivaprabandam. Nayanmars, Nayanmars, and Nalayadi Vivaprabandam, Nalayadi, Nalaradi, Viabam, Nalayadi Vivaprabandam composed. The spelling was very difficult, right? Composed by Ashworth. AZHWRS. Ashworth. The Tamil literature had also flourished during the Pallava rule. The Varam composed by Nayanmars and Nalayadi Prabandham composed of Ashwas, which are still chanted by devout people. Perendevanar, who was patronized by Nandivarman II, translated the Mahabharata into Tamil as who translated Mahabharata into Tamil? Nandivarma II translated Mahabharata into which language? Yes, Tamil language. Next, we are going to see about Pallava art. What is mean by art, children? Art is a practice. It may be a music, dance, whatever it may be. Now we are going to see about what is the Pallava art was given in the textbook. Pallava art. The Pallava kings had also patronized by fine arts. The music inscriptions in Kudumiyan Malai and Thirumayam temples show Pallava's interest in music. The famous musicians Rudracharya lived during Mahendravarman I. The sculptures of this period depicted many images in dancing postures. The Chalukyas. Next, we are going to see about Chalukyas. The Chalukyas ruled larger parts of west and center of South India, consisting of Maratha countries with Vatapi, Badami. Nandivarma style. It's also an architectural style. The last stage of the Pallava architecture is also represented by structural temples built by later Pallavas. The best example is Vaikunda Perumal Temple at Kanchipuram. Here, Kanchi Vaikunda Perumal Temple's graphic is given in the textbook. Next, society and culture during South Indian kingdoms. The Pallavas supported Jainism, Buddhism, and Vedic faith. They were great patrons of music, paintings, and literature. Some of the Pallava kings patronized the Ashwars and Nayanmars. These exponents of Bhakti cult preached a new form of Vaishnavism and Saivism. Among the Saivites were Apart and Manikavasaka. Among the Vaishnavites were Namalvar and Andil. The Bhakti movement aimed at preaching a popular faith in which prayers referred to Sanskrit. Women were encouraged to participate in religious congregations. The Tamil devotional cult was comparatively Buddhism and Jainism. Therefore, the latter suffered a gradual decline of most parts of Tamil country. Now we are going to say about education and literature. Gatika, Gatika, monastery. Gatika monastery or center of learning at Kanchai was popular during the Pallava times, and it attracted students from all parts of India and abroad. Who wrote Naya Bhashya, teacher at Kanchi, Gatika. The treatise on Dakshin Chitra, paintings of South India, was compiled during the reign of Mahendravarman I. The great Sanskrit scholar Dandin, adorned in the court of Narasimhavarman I, Dandin composed Dashakumara Charita. Bharavi, the great Sanskrit scholar, lived in the time of Simhavishnu. Bharavi wrote Kuratashniya, an epic in verses. Tamil literature had also flourished during the Pallava rule. The Varam composed by Nayanmars and Nalayadi Prabhadam composed by Alvars, which are still chanted by devout people. Perendevanar, who was patronized by Nandivarman II, translated the Mahabharata into Tamil as Bharadeva. We already see this paragraph. I will read out again. BHARATHAVENBEA Pallava art. We also saw Pallava art also. Pallava kings also fraternized fine art. The Chalukyas. The Chalukyas ruled larger parts of the west and center of South India, consisting of Maratha country, Vatapi, Badami, as their capital. There were three distinct but closely related and independent Chalukya dynasties. We will see what are the three. Chalukyas of Badami, Chalukyas of Vengi Eastern Chalukya, second one. Chalukyas of Badami, Vengi Eastern Chalukya, second one. Third one, Chalukyas of Kalyani, Western Chalukyas. These Chalukyas held Harsha in the north, the Pallava is in the south, and the Kalinga, Odisha in the east. Sources. Now we are going to see inscriptions. Badami cave inscription Mangal Shah. Mangalel. Sorry, I will spell it again. Mangaleshar. Kanchi Kailasanatha temple inscription. Patadakal Virupaksha temple inscription. A whole inscription of Pulakesi 2. For notice. Accounts of China's traveler Huan San. A whole inscription. It is found at Mekuti temple at A whole, Bagalkot district, Karnataka. I don't know how it pronounced it, Bagalkot. I will spell out. You can tell me how you can identify how this word was pronounced. Aihole. A whole. Bagalkot. Bagal. Bagkot. Bagalkot or Bagalkot, I don't know. It is written in Sanskrit by Ravikyati. Ravikirti. Sanskrit Ravikirti, a court poet of Chalakya king Pulakesi II. It makes a mention of defeat of Harshavardhana by Pulakesi II. The Chalukyas of Vatapi. I don't know, V-A-T, spelling of Vatapi is V-A-T-A-P-I. Pulakesi. Pulakesi, a petty chief of Patadakal in the Baichapur district, took a fort of Vatapi around 543 AD CE. He soon conquered the territory between the Krishna and Tungabhadra rivers and the western Ghats. His son Kartivarma, 566 to 597, brought the conquest under the Chalukya control. Pulakesi II, 610-642, emerged as the most powerful ruler of the dynasty. The Persian Iran king Khosrow II sent an embassy to the court of Pulakesi II. Pulakesi succeeded in seizing parts of Gujarat and Malwa. He defied the North Indian rulers Harsha for over a century. The two emperors of southern India, the Western Chalukyas and the Chola dynasty of Tanjavur, fought many spears to control the fertile region of Vengi. During the rule of Vikramaditya I in the late 11th century, vast areas between the Mamata river in the north and Kaveri river in the south came under Chalukya's control. Next, we are going to say about the contributors of art and architecture. As supported of both Saivism and Vaishnavism, the Chalukyas contributed to art and architecture. Sorry, I will read it again. As supporters of both Saivism and Vaishnavism, the Chalukyas contributed richly to art and architecture. A new style of architecture was developed. Vaishara is the combination of South Indian Dravidian and North Indian Nagara building styles. They perfected the art of stone buildings without mortar. They used soft sandstones in construction. They built a number of rock-cut caves, temples, and structures dedicated to Shiva, Vishnu, and Brahma. The structural temples of Chalukyas existed at Hole, Badami, and Patadakal. The important stone temples of Vishnu temples at Badami and Ayahole and Virupaksha Shiva temple at Patadakal in Baichapur district in present-day Karnataka. The Vishnu temple at Badami was built by Mangalsara of Chalukya dynasty and contains the Ayahole of inscription of Vikramaditya II. Their cave temples are found at Ajanta, Ellora, and Nasik. The cave temple of Badami contained 5 sculptures of Vishnu reclining on Session Varaha, the bow, Narasimha or the lion-faced man, and Vamana, the Buddha of the Vishnu Vishweshwara temple at Kashi Vishwara temple at Kandy. Cave temple Badami, Kalishwara temple Bagali, BAJLI. The Mallikarjuna temple at Kuruvati, KURUVATI. The Kalishwara temple at Bagali, Mahesh and Mahadeva temple at Mahadeva temple, MAHADEVA, Mahadeva temple at Itagi, ITAGI. Represent well-known examples of architecture of Western Chalukyas of Kalyani. Chalukyas adopted the Vakataka style. VAKATAKA, Vakataka. Chalukyas adopted Vakataka style in paintings. Some of the frescoes. FRESCOES. Of the caves of Ajanta were created during the reign of Chalukyas. The reception given to the person embassied by the Pulakesi II is depicted in a painting of Ajanta. Patadakal UNESCO World Heritage Site is a small village in the Bagalkot district of Karnataka. It has 10 temples. Out of them, 4 were built by Northern style Nagara, while the rest 6 are in the southern are built by Dravidian style. Virupaksha temple and Sangeshwara temple are Dravidian style, and Papanatha temple is in Nagara style. The Virupaksha temple is built on the model of Kanchi Silas Another temple. Sculptures brought from Kanchi were employed for its construction. Next we are going to say about Rashtrakutas. RASHTRAKUTAS. The Rashtrakutas ruled not only the Deccan but parts of the south and Ganges plain as well from 8th to 10th century AD CE. They were of Kannada origin and their mother tongue was Kannada. Danti Durga was the founder of Rashtrakutas dynasty. He was an official high rank under the Chalukyas of Badami. Krishna succeeded Danti Durga. He consolidated and extended the Rashtrakuta power. He was a great patron of art and architecture. The Kailasanatha temple at Ellora was built by him. Rashtrakuta kings. We are going to see now. The greatest king of Rashtrakutas dynasty was Amakavasha. I will spell out AMOGAVARSHA. Amagavasha. I will spell out again AMOGAVARSHA. Amagavasha. He built a new capital of Maniaketa. I don't know how to pronounce this word. I will tell you the spelling. MANYAKHETA. Maniaketa, now marked in Karnataka, and Roch became the port. Amakavasha 878 was empressed to Jainism, the Janesna, a Jain monk. Krishna too, who succeeded his father Amakavasha, suffered a defeat in the Battle of Palala, modern Thiruvalam, Verur district, at the hands of Cholas under the Parantakar, 1916. Krishna 3, 1939 to 90. I will read out again the sentence from the beginning. The greatest king of the Rashtrakuta dynasty was Amukavarsha. He built a new capital of now marked in Karnataka, and Roch became the port. Amukavarsha 814 to 878 was embraced to Jainism by Jainasna, a Jain monk. Krishna too, who succeeded his father Amukavarsha, suffered a defeat in the Battle of Pallala, modern Tiruvallam, Velu district, at the hands of Cholas under Parantaka. 1916. Krishna III, 939 to 967, was the last able ruler of Rashtrakuta dynasty. He defeated the Cholas in the Battle of Takalam, presently in Vellore district, and captured Kanjavur. Now we are going to see about the art and architecture. Court produced eminent works in Kannada language. The three gems of Kannada literature during the period were Pampa, Sri Pona. I will spell out. Pampa, P-A-M-P-A. Sri, S-R-I, space P-O-N-N-A. Runner, and runner. R-E-N-N-A, runner. Court produced eminent works in Kannada. Works. What are the works? Eminent works in Kannada language. The three gems of Kannada literature during the period were Pampered, Sri Pona, and Rana. Adikavi Pampered. Adikavi, A-D-I-K-A-V-I. P-A-M-P-A. Adikavi Pamper. Sri Pona and Rana. Adikavi Pampa was famous for his creative works Adipuranam and Vikramarjuna Vijaya. The life of Rishabha Deva. The first Jain Tirthankara was depicted in Adipuranas. In Vikramarjuna Vijaya pampered patrons, Chalakya Araisari as identified Arjuna, the epic hero of Mahabharata. Rashtrakuta made significant contribution to Indian art. The art and architecture of the Rashtrakutas can be found at Ellora and Elephant Kailasanatha Temple. Ellora near Aurangabad, Maharashtra. Kailasanatha Temple was one of the 30 temples carved out of the hill at Ellora. It was built during the reign of Krishna. The temple is known for its architectural grandeur and sculptural splendor. The temple covers an area of over 60,000 square. Vimanam temple rises to a height of 90 feet. This temple was resemblance of Shaw temple of Mamallapuram. The Kailasanatha temple portrays the Dravidian style features. The Kailasanatha temple portrayed typical Dravidian features. Elephanta Island. E-L-E-P-H-A-N-T-E-R. Elephanta. E-L-E-P-H-A-N-T-A. Elephanta Islands. Originally known as Sripuri, called Garapuri. Sripuri, Garapuri. 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 Sripuri and Garapuri by the local people. Elephanta is an island near Mumbai. The Portuguese named it as Elephanta after seeing the huge image of an elephant, the Trimurti. 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 After seeing the huge image of elephant, the Trimurti three-faced Shiva icon is an illustrative of the sculptural beauty portrayed in the cave temple of Elephanta. There are impressive images of Dwara Palakas, entrance guards, at the entrance of the temple. Elephanta cave, image is given. Rashtrakutas built in the complex of Patadakal. The Jain Narayan temple and the Kasi Vishwanath temple was built by Rashtrakutas. Jain Narayana temple. Kailasanatha temple was located in Ellora. That's all the end of the lesson. Now I'm going to summarize what we saw in a short. By the early 7th century, South India had come under the control of the Pallavas of Kanchi and Chalukyas of Badami. Pallava period is known for architectural splendors. Pallava architectural classified in Kaka temples, structural temples and monolithic temples, and mandapams. The Chalukyas contributed richly to the art and architecture. A new style of architecture known as Vesara style developed during the period. The Rashtrakutas also made significant contribution to Indian art. Their art and architecture can be found at Ellora Cave and Elephant Cave. Sorry, Elephanter Island, not cave. Ellora Cave and Elephanter Island. That's all the end of the lesson. I will ask you some questions related to the lesson. If you have any doubts or any queries, please put it in the comment section. I will answer. Thank you. That's the end of the lesson. If you like this video, if you find this video is